So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I was,
Who does that?
you know, yeah.
Why does it smell in here?
I never thought about like that. Yeah. So I was like,
And then So I was on a date with Jenn, and she asked me if I wanted to play hide and seek. And I was like,
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Bro, I love that sound.
It perfectly portrays how I felt.
Bro, you got jump scared when you started playing hide and seek.
Ghost face came out from around the corner.
I mean, what should we even? No, we hold off, or we can't start in the middle of the episode,
that
no
is
matter
true.
how.
We'll end with it.
Yeah, we'll end there. Sure, there we go. This is Jamie,
This is Vic.
and this is like
Literally the hide and seek podcast.
hey, that is, I mean, kind of what all
No,
we
I-
talk about now.
I know, yeah. That's it.
Thanks to Jenn, hide and seek is it's
Back on the
it's
menu.
sport of the podcast. I mean, okay, I'm still too caught up on it. Okay, let's start from the beginning.
When
I
was
was
that?
born.
When a man loves a woman.
Yeah. Where did we leave off? It was her ex-boyfriend showed up.
Right.
Matt.
Classic Matt.
So he shows up to the cocktail party. Jenn tells the guys that he's here. Immediately goes and talks to him for like 2 minutes before he goes in to very suspensefully be like, all right, later guys, I'm out.
You guys do not have anything to worry about.
Yeah, it was a little anticlimactic,
Yeah.
I will say.
I know. I wanted him to at least be around for the rose ceremony.
Yeah, that would be. I'm trying to
That
like
would've been-
think. Is that like would that have been like kind of messed up though for her to like keep him just to literally eliminate him like 20 minutes later?
Yeah, but it would have been cinematic.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess, but
Well, how about eliminating him literally as he arrives?
I mean that's basically what she did. She just
That
like
is what she
stands
did.
in the driveway and is like, "You shall not pass. Turn around.
Get
go
out of
home."
here. Fly back home.
I mean, their conversation really wasn't like any more than like what they had said last week, which is like she was like, "Why didn't you say this sooner?" And he's like,
I did.
"Yeah, I'm saying it now."
I'll say it. I didn't say it very loud the first
Yeah, I didn't
time.
say it loud enough. I kind of whispered it. I mumbled it. I don't know. You're kind of walking away. It was in like your bad ear. You probably didn't hear it.
It's at the club.
I had a really sore throat that day. I don't know. It was like a little anticlimactic. It was a little confusing too because we also saw like from the previews. I mean, unless it was from like different episodes and they just edited the preview really well, but like, didn't it show like the guys sitting there, like a lot of them saying like different stuff of like, man, you need to stay in the past. Like you're coming from the past. I think you should stay there. It was like Grant. I think he was the one who said that. Sam said something. Although Sam ultimately did end up saying something.
He
after.
did, yeah.
He was the one like, oh man, I'm glad like as you can see, there's a lot of good men here, and it's good to just know that you're in the past. And it's like, bro, he's trying
Damn.
to leave. He's kind
Knock
of
him
like,
while he's down.
yeah, kick him while he's down. Nice. But yeah, don't you remember that? Wasn't that a thing in the preview? There was it hyped it up a lot more that the guys kind of like go after him.
I think they did. It just wasn't to him. It was when
They were like,
talking,
yeah, like
just
after
talking to
Jenn,
himself.
because well, that was another thing too. Is like Devin was telling who was it, like Grant, that he was like, if she lets him like stay, I'm just
I'm out.
leaving.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like that's I can understand.
I
Just maybe
do
that's the
kind of
knee-jerk reaction.
understand, and I do think Devin is kind of like he's in a good spot. He's
Yeah,
definitely one of
definitely
the
top
higher
contenders.
ups right now. But like with that said, like because none of the guys said anything to her after, like she said, like I have to go talk to him. Like no one got to talk, so he never got to tell her that. Because I was gonna say like, you know, if she was able to like if they talked to her and expressed how they felt about her bringing in like this ex-boyfriend, they're like obviously that would potentially have some influence. Like if she did feel strongly about Devin, and if he said like, yeah, I probably am not okay with this.
But it seems like she figured that
Yeah,
out.
she just like she probably knew to some degree, and like when she came back in, she was like, he was saying all the right things, but it was just coming from the wrong person, so I had to send him home. Sucks for him, dude. He was there for one day.
I know.
One
yeah.
day.
That's horrible.
And that just makes it even more sad if he actually did
He
spend his
paid.
own money.
He paid for that.
Paid for it. He probably spent like I don't even know how much that would be.
Yeah, a lot. Overseas trip like that.
Overseas flight. I mean, I have to assume that they'd hook him up at least with like some place to stay for
Right.
the time being. But even if he just paid for his flight, that's still like, man, he
He
got screwed, dude.
I hope he has enough money to get back.
Yeah, he's like, I spent like all my money on the flight
I
out
was
here.
I was hoping.
I was
to get
kind of
back.
banking on you guys at least keeping me around for a little bit.
He's still there to this
And they're
day.
like, all right, swim back. We'll give you like some floaties. You should be fine.
That's not too far.
I don't even know how far that would even be. He lives like in Boston too. So
Yeah,
he'd,
that would
like,
be a lot.
swim from Australia or New Zealand to California. Then he just needs he's Forrest Gumps it. He just runs across the country.
That's easy. It's not too bad.
He'll be all right. I don't know. I wasn't expecting him to stay, but I will say it was a little bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, I was expecting a little more. Like at least the whole episode. And then he got eliminated.
So you thought he was going to stay at least like till the next week, I guess? Well,
Probably actually not. Not with the rose ceremony.
because
no.
yeah, that's the thing. He
That
came
would
in
probably
right
been-
at the rose ceremony,
Yeah, at least towards that. At least to that.
and so then at the rose ceremony, who got eliminated? It was two of them. Oh, John and then Thomas. Finally,
Finally.
it was. I don't know, like not surprising. I like John.
No.
I don't have any issue with John. Thomas, it's a little bittersweet because he was entertaining.
He
It was
was.
very funny to watch him like get
It was
so
good.
worked up over everyone, and just want to I just wants to like argue.
Yeah.
All he wants to do is
He's just
argue
there
with
to
another
argue.
guy.
He's there for the guys. It's respectable.
He's a guy's guy. Yeah, I mean, even when he got eliminated, he like dapped up like Sam right next to him, kissed him
I
on
know.
the lips.
The real
and then,
the
like,
guy I
left.
was here for.
Yeah, I know. He was probably more upset about like having to leave Sam. And then like Austin, who like we learn is kind of he can tell he's kind of on the outside looking in.
True. Club you'll never get in.
Yeah, what is that song? You're trying to do that Nickelback song, I know. There we go. He's standing in line to a club he's never gonna get in. But he like does like a really funny toast where he's like here's to just leaving all of the negativity or whatever in the past, just being like glad that boat
Yeah.
was gone.
Screw that guy. Am I right?
I mean, Jen seemed to like kind of agree. She was like, "Yeah, I'm glad to just be looking forward and leave the past in the past." I was like, "Okay, I guess it's not
Yeah.
as." I just thought it was
Insulting.
like funny. Yeah.
It was good.
It was a little insulting. And we get to the first one-on-one. Jonathan,
Whoa.
his first.
Whoa, that's a big one.
Immediately, they keep doing stuff that people are terrified to do. Jen also has voiced she does not like heights. Let's make like 90%
Yeah,
of her
every
like
single
dates.
one-on-one. It's going to be like 1,000 feet in the air.
Yeah, you need to at least be like afraid you're gonna die if you like. like
That's
fall.
how real connections are made.
It was like she definitely comforted him, which makes sense.
Yeah.
She's like the
She-
expert.
Yeah, she's
like,
an expert now.
the heights expert. They land on like one of the nearby islands. Yet again, she does cartwheels. This is like the third time now, or fourth time.
Yeah.
She's
That's her,
wheeling around.
that's her coping mechanism.
And then we get to, I think, what it might be.
A pretty important moment.
This is my favorite part of the episode. This just shows either we have serious influence over this show without knowing it, or like, or yeah, like producers, ABC watches or listens
which
to our
is,
podcast.
yeah, that's what it is.
Which obviously that is, or like we could be like, we should just write and be like producers for the
Yeah,
show
I know.
because we have perfect ideas.
Apparently, yeah, we have the best ideas.
Well, actually, the girl you went on, but let's not give her credit. Let's take the credit for ourselves. We normalized it. That's why Jenn felt good enough, comfortable enough to do it, because she heard your story about like, oh, he went on a date and played hide and seek. I'm pretty sure she heard that, and she had like wanted. She had been holding this like deep desire to play hide and seek on a date for so long. She finally
whoa.
heard about someone doing it. And she's
It's a
like,
good idea.
my time is
Now
come.
now is the perfect time.
Yeah. So, are you ready to tell us that the girl you went on a date
Was
with, you,
Jenn.
was Jenn, and you are secretly Jonathan?
I might or might not be Jonathan.
Yeah. I mean, dude, what are the odds?
That is crazy. That is wild. And that wasn't even that. That was like literally like a week or two before this season.
Yeah, I mean,
Us talking about it.
yeah, I mean, so it's funny to think that. Yeah, when did we talk? That was a couple weeks. So unfortunately, she might have stolen the idea. Maybe the girl you went on a date with is close friends with Jenn, and Jenn was like, "Hey, I'll tell you about a date I went on. Like, I'll give you a quick sneak peek on one of the dates I went on when I was like the Bachelorette." She was like, "I played hide and seek with this guy in a vineyard. It was the most fun I ever had." And
You should definitely do this.
she's like, "Yeah, you need to do this." And you just totally judged her. No. I mean, I think
Wow.
we're geniuses, though, is what I think it is. I think we're.
Yeah, I
like,
saw right through it. I
Yeah.
knew she was just trying to be Jen the whole time.
She was like, she knew that you had a thing for Jenn, and she was like, "What's the closest thing I can do? Play hide and seek."
Wow, I just know not the cartwheels, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's what ruined it.
Yeah, she didn't do the cartwheels.
yeah, no
There was
cartwheels.
You even like asked her, and she's like, "I'm
No.
sorry, I don't really have like the coordination." And like,
I
is that
can't
a
do
deal
that.
breaker? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Get out of my face right now.
I can't. It's too hard to look at you.
Like, are you telling me you can't like rotate your body like from feet to hands and like land back on your feet? Yeah, I don't know. I've never really had that. Get away.
Get out.
Get away from me. I can't look at you right now.
What if I accidentally drop something?
How are you gonna,
Yeah, how-
pick it up if you can't?
If you can't cartwheel, pick it up.
Then they get in a hot tub, which if it really was that cold in like New Zealand, the like temperature difference, like when getting out,
Oh,
dude,
yeah, that
talk
would be
about
nice.
shrinkage. I'm sorry, John.
His whole body shrunk then.
Dude, he like lost like 3 inches in height. That's
Yeah.
fine. Surely everything else is fine.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm sure.
So his big worry, though, is that he feels Jenn and him have a very just friendly and fun relationship.
Like
that-
someone who would do like hide and seek,
cartwheels, lacrosse and stuff. Yeah.
just the very basic
Yeah.
friendship type of things.
relatable, I guess. From personal experience, I would say it's the being opening up on a more emotional level and feeling like a lot of the relationships or dating experiences I've had, I do feel like getting past that just like very friendly level and like worrying. I basically am Jonathan. I'm second reveal. We're both Jonathan.
We're both Jonathan.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's a very relatable thing of like
Yeah, no, definitely.
thinking he's.
That's why I
stuck in
start with the
friend zone.
unfriendly face first.
Yeah, it's like you kind of look stupid. And
The insulting, the
you
bad boy.
insult them.
Works every time. Yeah, no, I can definitely feel that. It's like, what are we doing that would be more impactful than just friends? What could we do more?
Yeah, and it's like realizing you have to be more. You have to be. You do have to open up about yourself personally, not just like surface level and who you are on the outside, but like what you want with your life, with a relationship, and I don't know. I feel like I guess it's like not an uncommon thing for like people to struggle with that or for that to be difficult. But I don't know. I agree where it's just like I relate where it's like that's such a focus I have where it's like, can this be more than just like a friendship? Or is it like, am I shooting myself in the foot right now? Or
For
like,
thinking it could be more.
yeah. Am I going to embarrass myself? Thank you, Jonathan, for bringing out my fears. I just opened up. Vic, can we be more than friends?
Are you touching me right now?
Well, we do get another story, another backstory from Jonathan.
Yeah, this is when we get the good stuff.
So he was in a relationship with someone who struggled with alcohol and self-medicating and eventually had a big fight, or maybe it was multiple fights, where she accused him of being like manipulative and abusive and kind of just like that tore him down. It was an interesting story though, because it is like it's definitely one where it's like, do we need to hear the other side of this story?
Yeah, it makes us want it, like need to hear it.
Well, I don't want to say I'm like skeptical of Jonathan because I don't think he's done or said anything that would be like, oh man, maybe he was.
Yeah,
But it is sort of just like.
But why would you kind of self-report yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to believe that probably was like he felt, what is the word, gaslighting?
Gaslit, yeah.
Gaslit into thinking like, what was I like adding to her issues, or was I like a problem or whatever? Mm-hmm. But I am just like, it is like interesting because it's so common in like this franchise for people from contestants past, whether they were like relationships or just people they knew, who to like kind of like come forward with accusations or allegations against certain contestants about like either cheating and infidelity, or they were abusive people, or like just horrible stuff. And it's like, it does make you wonder, like, again, I actually do believe him. I really do. But it just makes me wonder, like, do you think he's aware of that? Like, do you think he's aware of, like, that this ex may, like, if they see him on the show, they might come forward and be like, yeah, he was a fucking asshole. He, like, said all. And so he knows, like, either that could be a possibility, and so I should probably tell my side of this first before that comes out, or...
I did think that. It definitely did kind of portray that a little bit. But I am definitely going to give him like the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Well, I don't think, again, like, yeah, I mean, you could think of it in like a really negative way where it's like, maybe he was an asshole and he's like, yeah, but she was a drinker and self-medicated.
putting it on
Yeah,
her.
she didn't know what she was talking. I highly doubt it.
Yeah,
was that.
I didn't get that.
But I
far.
am just like curious because yeah, as like far as like why would he say it? It really does I think boil down to, you know, if we're to believe him, which I think I really do think I do. But if we believe him, it's either like it has had such an effect on him that like yeah, he taking those like accusations from that ex like made him question himself and like his value and worth in relationships, or he's just like knows he's like seeing the show where it's like fuck man, if my like ex-girlfriend like sees me on the show, like things probably didn't end good, she'll probably call me out. And if I
Say
end
those
up
things.
yeah, if I end up with Jen, I don't want like Jen to be hearing from my ex-girlfriend who I not on good terms with like before me.
Right. Yeah. That is pretty wild.
I don't
If
know.
that is the truth.
Do you think that's reading into it too much though?
No, I think that's pretty fair.
It's
think
sad
about.
to say that's possible.
Yeah.
Like
I hope it's
I don't
not.
even
I don't
necessarily
think it
blame
is.
that though. Again, like if that's the reasoning, and if we're to believe that he is, if we can safely assume he's not an abusive, manipulative person, which maybe I don't know. No, I don't think
Yeah,
so. I don't think so. But
Nothing. No reason to think that.
he hasn't given us anything to think that. But yeah, it's kind of just sad as far as like as far as the show goes, to think that like that's such a common thing now where people from contestants past will just like come out and be like, you're talking and like dating to and like complete asshole right now, you have no idea, let me tell you everything.
Yeah, let me say everything about him.
And then like sometimes, you know, more comes out where it's like, oh yeah, this is true, this person is an asshole or was guilty of what they're accused of, or it's like just like a jealous ex, you know, who's like, we broke up like 6 months ago, but they told me that they loved me before I don't know, it's like weird stuff like that, and it's like, oh, you haven't gotten over them yet.
Right. Yeah, you never know.
This doesn't even seem like that situation though. It just seems like
It was just a bad
bad
end.
bad end.
Yeah, I think they should incorporate this.
Yeah, bring the ex. Bring her on.
They do like to do that. Like if it comes out, right?
It depends. Probably not, because it's not a good look for the show to be like, yeah, we brought on someone
this
who's
the
like
guy
been
we
accused of like sexual assault or something. That's happened a couple of times now. They just like don't even like mention that person's name like after the show, like ever.
Right.
Or
Yeah, that's
like,
pretty fair
A lot
for,
of
like, the
ones
really
about,
serious.
I think I've told you about one in the past who like was accused of like going to like when she was in college, like a racist, like slavery themed party. And it's like, what the fuck were you thinking? What is wrong with
What
you?
the hell?
Yeah, weird stuff like that. But I don't know. Jen didn't question it. She related to it. She is mentioned quite a few times now. She has now started to specify she had a toxic ex-boyfriend. I think she started to like specify it is just one that was really bad. Though she's still saying though that no one's ever said that they love her. And I'm like, you're forgetting someone. Someone you sent home with. And Devin, like she said it again, like when she was talking to like Jesse, he's like, no one's ever said that they love me before. In some way, Devin's told you last week, and the week before that, Sam did fully say it, albeit you don't care about him, so it doesn't matter. But Devin, I kind of feel like you wouldn't discredit that one.
That would be more important.
Jen also kind of did like pulled a therapist on Jonathan, like when she was like, do you feel like you have a hard time like opening up or like trusting people? Do you think that's because like your family dynamic growing up with like a single mother and like a pretty big age gap between like siblings?
Whoa, chill there, Jen.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, sure. Sure. If that's what you think. No, but because she said that's like what she dealt with her parents fighting and her parents getting divorced. She had to put on this stronger front, as she said, to deal, and like it's shaped her. So yeah, I guess like Jen appreciated that. He obviously got a rose. They kissed in the. That was not the rain. That was definitely not rain. You could see like when it started raining, in quotation marks, when they were like kissing. The water was coming down in like probably like a 6x6 like square. Like it was like a sprinkler or something that started going
it had
off.
to.
It was like inside too. I don't know. They were like, "Where's the rain coming from?"
Just the ceiling. Someone's taking a shower up top.
It's like, do you really have to like get? She had on like a really nice like sparkly dress too. That's no.
Ruined.
Yeah, it would be funny if she just like stops kissing him, like runs over to the camera, like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? This is such a nice dress, and you're just trying to trash it.
It gets a rental. Don't worry.
Then group date. Whose name is not going to be on the card because they're going to get the next one-on-one? Oh, is it going to be Austin? He's really hoping for it.
Oh,
That's
someone
what
has
you
him on a
think
list.
about, so.
Someone had him on a list. We do not talk about that person anymore.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Austin, he gets to spend a day with the other guys. Shoveling shit.
Literally having to clean.
Yeah, the group day was weird.
Yeah. Just do manual labor.
It was just straight up manual labor. They sucked at herding sheep. Like, I wouldn't know what to do, but it was the fact that they never even opened
The gate that they needed to get the sheep into.
And the farmers were just like shitting on them for them. Like, yeah, the first thing, like, you guys, like, a collective intelligence is quite low. And I was like, damn, dude, all right.
Wow. What are you saying? But individually, surely.
Yeah.
It's pretty low as well.
As a group, you are unable to open a gate. Now will we test your individual abilities to open a gate? I don't know if I can handle that.
That's too much for me.
Yeah, then they were just shoveling shit. Was it
Shoveling
just
sheep
mud?
shit?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, it was.
They tasted it.
They did. They made sure.
It looks like it. It smells like it. Should we taste it just to be sure?
You do need 3 points.
Yeah. What else? What was the last one? Oh yeah, Dingle. Dude, this was like the worst.
I know this is horrible.
I would not want to be on this.
I'm starting to understand what Austin did after this.
Yeah, and it was really funny too because like the whole time Jen was like, on this date, I really want guys to make time for me, and like Devin was the only one we see like at one point pulling her aside or talking with her like away from the other guys. The guys are all getting all pissed, like he's not doing anything, he's not shoveling, or he's not whatever. And then at the end, it's like, all right, and the best farmer award goes to Devin, and Austin's like, he didn't even fucking cut the dingleberries. How is he the best farmer? And I'm like, bro, I don't know if you understand.
They did not understand the task.
They're not like judging you on like how many dingleberries were like clipped. It was like, there's no way that the farmers like picked. Yeah, it was either her or maybe even like the producers, because like they'd know who would like piss everyone off the most.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
But Devin was the only one that made sense, because he was the only one who was like trying to talk to her. Like,
imagine trying to talk to your date.
Yeah, like what the hell? What are you thinking, bro? Get over
here.
here. Get the clippers. And get your hand on the sheep's ass and get the shears.
And clip that shit off.
Get that clip that shit off. Yeah, no surprise.
No surprise. He understood.
And then at the night portion, let's see, Jeremy, I don't know. Jeremy might be the new dark horse, because like he got highlighted quite a bit at the the night where he was like petting her was very funny,
Classic
very
move.
weird.
Classic move.
And he like opened up. First, it was like a little bit. I didn't think it was gonna go in this direction because he was like, "Yeah, I was in a frat," and somehow it turned out to like how the college and the fraternity helped him gain confidence because when he was a kid, he struggled with his weight, but then like
So he was pretty frat when he was a kid. That's what you were saying.
He was not just a frat guy; he was a frat kid too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And
That's good.
she asked one of the like perfect first date questions, like, "What's your biggest fear?"
Perfect. Right out of our book.
Yeah, perfect first date questions. What's your biggest fear? Biggest regret? What else?
What's your favorite Waffle House order?
Yeah, yeah,
Because we're going there right now.
yeah. And what did he say? Like ending up alone or being alone. He can't stand being in a room alone with himself because he hears too many voices.
The voices.
He hears voices in his head. Then he RKOs people. He's a bit of a wrestler. He knows Caleb from Charity Season. Caleb taught him how to do the RKO. Yeah, like I think like ending up alone or whatever, winding up alone. Pretty common. I would have said snakes myself.
Yeah.
But
Spiders.
snails.
Those are pretty scary.
What would you rather have crawl on you? A spider, snake, or a snail? One's slimy, one's disgusting, and one is. The other two are snakes.
That's great.
Spiders.
Probably a snail. Because then I could make escargot.
That is okay. That's true. Yeah. Hakeem would have.
Yeah.
Would love that question.
That's what he wanted.
Yeah, he's like, where are the snails at? I can handle that.
More of a snail guy myself. Just get a little salt. You're good.
But then Austin pulls Jenn aside and was, wait a second. What did I just say? Pulls Jenn aside. I think I just said genocide. That was not the intent. Whoa. I'd like to start my apology.
It's a non-political podcast.
Austin did not commit any crimes like that.
Not yet.
All he did was say, "Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like you like me. Do you? I think I should go home.
If you like me, say something right now."
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how it came across. It was like he said he felt like he was playing catch up.
More of a mustard guy myself.
Yeah, if that's the way you feel, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna stop you. And then like, yeah, when he's like hugs her goodbye, like when they're standing at the exit.
Like, all right, now's your time, Jen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they hug and he just like looks at it for probably like a good like 3-4 seconds. I'm like, dude, you're gonna walk away. It really. I was thinking like, is he hoping that she stops him or like says something?
Probably, but does he expect it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was like watching to see like when he was walking away, is he gonna be looking over his shoulder? Is he gonna stop or?
Wait, did you say something?
Yeah,
No.
I was like, what was that? You want me to come back?
I didn't say anything.
And she's like walking inside as he like turns around. But apparently, even though she didn't want him to stay, that had a pretty strong effect on her. Where she's like, well, what if other guys feel this way? What if the ones who I do have a deeper. I like how she named like, what if like Sam? What if I'm not good enough for Sam M? What if I'm not good enough for Marcus or Devin? It's like. All right, keep going,
All right.
keep going. What
You're
about the
giving
others?
us the list.
Like, you're giving us the list. All right, perfect.
Write that down.
Write that down. So
What if someone I care about did that?
Yeah, it was like, okay, so you're saying Austin meant nothing to you.
Got
Good
it.
to know. That's why you let him strip down naked the first episode and embarrass himself with his, like, what was it? Like, no, it wasn't cheetah print underwear. It was like some weird, like, bird, like, underwear. I don't even know what it was.
Oh, I forgot
All
about.
right, pull that up. Pull that down.
Pull that. Let's see it again.
So she's all bent out of shape and feeling worried that maybe she's not good enough. Maybe she will end up alone. And then, like, one of the producers, like, did you tell the guys you feel that way? She's like, oh, am I supposed to do
Heck
that?
no.
Am I supposed to do that?
Oh no. So she definitely does that.
Yeah, she definitely
Doesn't
doesn't do that. No. Yeah, when she tells the guys, like, I mean, they were all just like, yeah, like, no, like, you're amazing, you're great. Like, Sam pulls her aside and is like, yeah, no, like, if I opened up to you, would you, like, push me away? And she's like, no. And he's like, all right, me same.
Me,
Me same.
me agree.
Okay, I wouldn't do the same for you, but it's good to know that you feel
Yeah, I
that
know.
way about me.
Thank you. I'd have to think about it, but it's good to know your position.
Marcus, same thing. They all, like, yeah, everyone did a good job.
Yeah,
of
everyone's
comforting
comforting her.
to the point where she was like, you guys were all so great, I'm not going to give any of you a rose. No group date rose for you guys. You are all too good.
Classic.
You don't get it. You're
You're
too
too
good
good.
for it.
Classic mistake.
A classic mistake. And so then, with that being said, it's now far enough to the point where even group dates, if you don't get a rose, you get sent home. So all of them went home after that, yeah. Grant gets his first one-on-one. They get to go horseback riding.
Whoa.
Whoa. And apparently he found out the guy snitched on Jen. And we're like, bro, she was freaking out.
Oh yeah, they were like.
It is funny to, I wonder, like, what was that conversation like? Was it like a really, like, emotional like conversation or like whatever that the guys were like, oh yeah, I'm really worried about Jen, she was like, bro, she totally
I could see the last bit. Like, oh, you have a date with her today? Oh,
like, bro,
bro.
I'd be worried, bro. If you don't, like,
comfort her immediately.
what, dude, she might be sending you home.
You're screwed,
Just
bro.
like throwing him off his game, like scaring him, like, bro, if you aren't perfect right now, she's in such a bad spot. She might not even be there when you, like, show up for the date. She might have already, like, bought your plane ticket home.
Tread carefully. If you say anything that could make her sound like she's not worth it.
She'll, like, already be walking away when you're, like, mid-sentence. No, he finds out. He does also a very good job of comforting her, reassuring her. And I guess the whole thing was the same thing with, like, similar to, like, Sam M. She felt like Grant's hot, but is there more there? I feel like he did a better job than Sam M did, but
yeah, definitely on the date, without a doubt.
he opened up about his father being an addict for 30 years and idolizing his father since he was a kid, even though looking back now he knows his dad was, like, lying to him or just, like, all the time. But, like, and, like, his father lost his job recently and was blaming everyone, and he was like, nah, dude, I don't give a shit. This is you. Like, this is on you. And I guess, so now his dad has checked himself into rehab, is almost 2 months sober. Well, it's probably, I guess, fingers crossed, it has been more than 2 months since Jen and Grant's date, so his dad should be doing all right. More months sober. We don't know how long. But fingers crossed, addiction's a pain in the ass, so shout out Grant's dad. Hope he's doing all right. But she, again, appreciates him sharing that story, relates to, like,
Her
problematic father figure. She says, like, through her work, she's witnessed a lot of, like, people with addiction. Can only, like, who knows what that's like. Yeah. It seems like her past relationships and her relationship with her dad, she's able to, I feel like, actually actually relate to like a lot of these stories. Whether or not they're necessary to be told at these certain times, I question a lot of them sometimes, like where it's like, do you really need to say this right now? But
You need to. Yeah, I feel like we're trying to do deeper conversations, and then they're relying on like traumatic childhood stories
yeah,
for the deeper conversation.
which I don't think trauma is the only deep conversation that
I
you
think it
can have.
is.
I think it is. I think that's what shows.
Yeah, I feel like that is definitely like a
It seems like it's an
stereotype
easy.
that they're doing.
Yeah, it's an easy. It's sad to say easy, but it's like an obvious thing. Like, how can I open up? Let's talk about some trauma here.
Yeah.
No, no judgment as far as that, but it like I agree with you. It is very prevalent. It's very noticeable, and I don't think that contestants should feel the need to share some of these things. Like at this point, I should say. I guess it's halfway through the season. You know, I'm sure there are like feelings there, but it's still like. I feel like some of them just feel like pressured to do so, and it's like I don't think you should feel pressured to do that. Let's at least just say in real life, normal world, don't feel pressured to as trauma dump or expose a lot of these things. Sensitive topics on like a first or second date to someone.
Yeah, it's probably better
It's
not.
not the norm.
Yeah,
it's not the norm.
It's good to save them. It's good to share them when the moment is right, and the relationship has developed to that point.
Yes, very, very good. I'll give you a rose for that.
Thank you.
Speaking of roses,
that reminds me when I was 3.
all right. I'm not listening. I'm plugging my ears.
I picked a rose by the thorns.
Yeah. Okay, that's a fun game. What would be your trauma story to someone if you were to tell? Would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. I remember I was on a date. I really liked this girl. We were in the woods. There were so many bushes and trees around. She suggested...
I'm getting PTSD right now.
She suggested we play hide and seek. And I thought, what a fun idea.
Harmless, fun idea.
What a fun idea. And she was like, okay, I'll hide first. Give me 10 seconds to hide. And if you can't find me in a minute, then I win. So I counted down. I turned around and I started looking. I searched for so long. I couldn't find her. I couldn't find her before she finally came out and said, it's over. You couldn't find me. I can't be with someone who's not a good seeker. And you know what I learned from that?
What?
I spend 5 minutes every day just searching for stuff, just to make sure I keep my brain sharp.
Just so when the time comes.
When the time comes, I'll find it.
I'll find her.
All right, your turn. Your turn.
I was in the woods. And I couldn't find my date.
It sounds very familiar.
Were we on the same date?
I think you should have said, like, I was on a date and my date couldn't find me. And I can't be with someone who can't find me.
If you cannot find me, then how can I trust you?
I washed the dishes, but I missed one spot. My mom threw up when she ate off like the plate that had like a stuck piece of cheese to it.
A rotted
She
piece of
died
cheese.
from like E. coli.
Bacteria
Oh
poison.
my gosh. Those are good stories, right?
That is good.
I feel like
One of those two would work.
Yeah. One of them would scare him away because be like, are you serious? You couldn't find her?
Are you really? 10 minutes?
Where are we at? Grant. Grant got a rose though. And we come to the cocktail party where Grant has something very important to say. He is falling in love with Jenn.
Whoa.
Let me say this when Jenn is not here.
I know. Everyone here but Jen, now is the time.
Yeah, it's like I'd like to say something.
He was like, I
from
like
the heart.
what that Sam In did. But let me just do it without Jen.
When she's not here.
Yeah, let's just do it without her this
I would
time.
like to profess my love to Jenn, to the other guy. I mean, I guess it did have an effect because then all the other guys were like, whoa, this shit's real.
Wow.
Feelings are real.
It's getting real in here.
It's real.
I think it was a good move if he was trying to throw the other guys off.
Ooh.
I would have
Do you
been.
think it was like,
I don't know if
any
he-
of that like intention behind it?
I don't know. Because he did seem to hate it. Like he was talking about it with.
Yeah, he was talking about Jonathan afterwards where he was
Yeah.
like,
I
was
wish
like
I didn't.
crying.
I
He's
know,
like, don't
yeah.
tell anyone I was crying.
It's like, let's pretend that didn't happen.
But he was saying like, yeah, this is like real. I can't go back on it now. I've said it. Like it's real for me now.
Yeah. But it would have been
how
a good
do you
move.
think like it would be throwing the other guys off though? Because I agree
Just like
with
step up your game.
a little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like,
Oh, you're not there yet?
yeah. And
Oh, you haven't played hide and seek with her yet?
yeah, you haven't played hide and seek
Oh,
with
you
her.
guys are behind.
Bro, you didn't find her? I found her. I found her in like 20 seconds. But like it was being a little foreshadowing because like after that they were talking about like, you know, Grant talking about this and like saying that it just makes us realize like the time we have with her is so valuable and like any time we get we need. With that said, Jenn comes out and is like, there's no cocktail party tonight. I do not need to talk to you guys.
No time.
No time.
To which,
What time is it? No time.
To which Marcus did a good
Oh,
line.
dude. Oh,
A really good line.
My like second favorite thing. Marcus is a big Oingo Boingo fan.
Oh, he's an Oingo head.
Dude, classic Dead Man's Party line.
I'm quoting
He's
it.
like, what did he say?
I guess we're all dressed up with nowhere to go.
All dressed up with nowhere
Nowhere
to
to
go.
go.
I love that.
That is
Oh
good.
my god, I hope
That was a really
yeah,
good
he's the next
quote.
Bachelor for me. And
He
I'm
has to
joining
be,
his
yeah.
singing.
If you can quote Oingo Boingo on the spot,
It's an immediate
It's a-
like you need to win or you need to be the next Bachelor and you need to let me on your season.
I'm joining right now.
I'm joining. So it goes to the rose ceremony. There's 5 roses to give out, which is a little surprising because 2 people already have roses, so it makes a final 7,
Yeah,
which
that
is
is
kind of
weird.
weird because like I could see like a final 8, although it wouldn't make sense because like Austin already left, and so it's down to 8. So it's like, all right, you guys are all safe. But like,
Yeah.
I would think like, okay, after that, like typically final 6, you know,
Yeah.
is like before
Home.
hometowns. But that just makes me wonder: is there 1 or 2 more weeks before hometowns? Like, is next week gonna narrow it down to the final 4 for like hometowns, or is like next week
The
gonna like
final 5.
yeah,
Yeah, that would be
that's
weird.
like, is there gonna be more than 1? I doubt that. I
No,
doubt it.
yeah.
But it's just like it's either gonna eliminate like 1 or 2 people next week, because if there's like 2 weeks before hometowns, or it's gonna eliminate like 3, and it would be like that just seems like a lot. Like
Yeah,
in one episode
especially
before
the final.
hometowns. But so who got a rose? It was Sam, Devin,
Spencer.
Marcus, Jeremy. Jeremy surprised me,
Jeremy,
but again, I guess like it's making me retrospectively like look back and be like, maybe he's like showing a little bit more than like we're seeing. But I don't know. It's like,
Yeah, not that we've
my
seen.
God, my God. You better
What?
like pray that like that was quiet enough no one heard that.
That wasn't me.
Which end did that come out of? That was I'm retracting your rose. I'm like giving you like the stem with the thorns on it now.
Getting PTSD again.
So there's 7 left. Only one person went home, and that was Dylan. It was kind of like,
Yeah.
like, oh,
Look
this
at
guy
this
thought
guy.
he was gonna get a rose. Look at him.
Everyone
Everyone
look at him.
laugh.
I like how they even like pointed out. All right, Dylan, say your goodbyes.
Yeah, Dylan,
The only person eliminated here.
a man out of 6 other people or 7
7.
other people
Without a rose.
without a rose. You specifically have been eliminated and are being sent home by Jenn, and she is keeping all of the other guys
that she thinks is better or better.
Yeah. Poor Dylan. I did like him, but
Yeah, he's kind of weak though.
well, yeah, like now, like comparatively,
Yeah,
like,
compared to the other guys,
I was
he fell
again
behind.
surprised by Jeremy. Like I was thinking it was gonna be just 4 roses and like down to a final 6. And so I was thinking like, oh, it's probably gonna be like Jeremy going home, and then like maybe Dylan or maybe Spencer. I didn't see like anyone else going home yet. But then I saw it was 5, and I was like, oh, I guess probably Jeremy. You know, I was between like Jeremy and Dylan, so I wasn't all that surprised. But like Jeremy got like,
But yeah, Jeremy going.
like,
I thought he was.
I thought he was gonna get like the last rose. If anything, it should have been like,
Oh, you're here.
oh, is Jeremy gonna get a rose or is Dylan gonna
Right,
get a rose?
yeah.
It's like no, Jeremy. Okay, so now it's like Spencer. I was like, well, I definitely think Spencer's doing
Definitely
better than,
stronger.
Yeah. So 7 left. This episode completely ruined your top 4 list.
They're all in there, right?
Yeah, surely. I mean,
Yeah,
if we're
Just half, I think.
yeah,
Right?
if I remember correctly, your top 4 consisted of Jonathan, who is still there, Marcus, who is still there, but then you had Dylan, because I know we debated between Dylan, and I had Grant,
Right.
and then you had like Austin as like a wild card. Your wild card.
He was a wild
He
card.
wilded himself
Yeah,
out
he was
the door.
such a wild card. He accidentally eliminated himself.
He accidentally eliminated himself, and then Dylan also like, I don't know. I guess I slept on Spencer. We both slept on him a little bit, but
And Jeremy was gonna win.
and Jeremy, yeah. What the heck?
Yeah.
What the heck?
What the flip?
The freak, dude.
That's not allowed.
I get like, you need to come up with a new top 4. But
I feel like yours definitely is the most likely.
Okay.
But if I was to try to go
what is
different,
mine? So I have Marcus. I do have
Grant.
Devin in there. I
Devin.
have Grant, and I have Jonathan.
yeah. If I would pick that if I wanted to win,
Okay.
but I don't. So I'm gonna pick.
With the potential to like beat me in like if this was like a bracket of like, and we could like score it with points. Because
now,
right now I'd
you have my
probably
attention.
like if we don't want to tie with points, you'd need to pick someone else. So who?
Just one person different.
It doesn't matter. I mean, you have 2 new choices from 5 other guys. So
I'll put Grant there.
and then I'll probably put Devin.
Uh,
Okay, so you do think Grant?
No,
Okay, all right.
that's the one guy I do not feel. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll change
Well,
Grant
you gotta
from your
like
list.
like I feel like the 2 that you have in there, I feel like are pretty solid. Like definitely Marcus, and I think Jonathan had a pretty good showing. Also, we did see the preview this week was the like not just for the next episode, but like basically the second half of the
Right.
season. Like so, anything we saw in
The
the
last
preview, we
bit.
don't know if it's gonna be next week or 3 weeks from now. So.
And the ending.
Yeah, and the ending. So like it showed plenty of footage of basically all of the guys having moments of like, oh, are they gonna stay? Are they getting
Right.
eliminated? Or whoa, he just said I love you. Is or
They
is
all
that,
did.
Like, yeah, basically all of them seem like they did. But so yeah, like I feel like the 2 you have are you should be confident about. But it's like you just got to compare out of those last 5. Like who do you feel the best about? Like Sam, Devin, Spencer, Grant, and Jeremy.
Whoa. Yeah, I have a hard time going Jeremy.
Yeah.
Even Spencer. But I could see maybe him coming back.
Okay.
Because he didn't really get a lot of time these
Do you
last
think
couple episodes.
Sam and Devin are too controversial, each in their own way, or just because of their like drama? That do you think either of them could realistically make it into the top 4?
Yeah, I definitely think Devin.
Okay, so if you,
But I wouldn't put Sam.
okay,
No.
so Sam's definitely out.
Yeah, especially since they're conflicting too much.
Yeah, so if she picks one, you think
Probably
she's
the other one.
picking Devin.
Yeah, do you think it'll be like the what do you call it?
The 2-on-1s?
Two
I
on
don't know. We didn't really see. I feel like it would show something.
Yeah,
like
it
a
was that.
preview.
Mhm. Went
And it
to
hasn't
that.
really given any hint. It really didn't even like advertise any more drama
Yeah.
between them. This episode
Really
there
wasn't.
wasn't. There was like that moment where Devin was talking to Jen in the like sheep thing, and Sam was like, "Yeah, I'm not even surprised anymore." And I was like, "Bro, you're supposed to be more pissed right now. You're supposed to go over and like punch him in the
I know.
face, grab his arm forcefully like Thomas would, and pull him aside."
It was pretty funny. He said the classic like lions don't concern themselves with
With
the opinions of sheep as
Oh,
he's shuffling the
As
sheep.
he's, oh
shit.
my gosh,
Like,
this
mm.
like dude, talk about awareness levels, and it's like I don't.
He's literally like trying like that entire day. He's just trying to like take care of sheep.
Yeah, and it's like, meanwhile, Devin's taking care of Jen.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
That's irony right there.
You're a big irony fan.
I do notice some. I do partake
Yeah, sure.
in a little irony
In a little
from time
irony.
to time.
Well, so yeah, who do you feel? I guess just who do you think is for sure not? Sam, you've already mentioned. Is there anyone you think for sure no? Between Spencer, Jeremy, Devin, and then Grant.
Who are the? Probably Spencer.
Interesting. You think Spencer's not? You think Spencer's got less of a chance than Jeremy?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually, at this point, I don't know. So, like,
Actually, yeah. No, I think it'll go further, or I imagine they'll probably get eliminated the same
that's
night.
I can believe that. Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, potentially next week. Yeah. Well, so that leaves you with Grant and Devin. All right. So ultimately, you come down to the same exact list as me. All of that. Just all right. Would you like to change one?
All right.
Would you
I'd
like to change
like to
one?
redo my list.
Would
Nah.
you like to remove Jonathan or Marcus?
No,
Okay. Yeah. I would.
I'll change Spencer with Grant.
Just
Just to
put
make it-
Spencer in there instead of Grant.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So, in what order do you think eliminated like next? Who do you think's going home next? I think it would have to be like
Jeremy.
Jeremy, and if it's more than one, I feel like we've seen like this weird
And probably
moment of
Spencer.
you can't say that anymore. I
That
think
is
we've
true.
seen like a preview though of like this pretty emotional conversation between
Devin.
Sam,
Sam. Yeah.
like, and it's questionable whether or not it's a good conversation or if it's like,
Yeah, we see a couple. Like with Devin, there was one that she was crying.
oh, I don't even remember. I just
And
remember
then
like
with, yeah, definitely Grant. Or not, sorry, not Grant.
Sam.
Sam.
It's like one where it looks like they're in like a hotel room, and like
Yeah.
she leaves and he's like sitting in the chair with his like hands
Yeah.
like and his like head, and I'm like, well, that doesn't look good. Like,
Yeah, that's
that
not a
can't
great
be
look.
good. So if that is like a potential breakup, that has to be within the next like week or two.
Yeah, it would have to be soon.
And I kind of feel like that could be how, like, I feel like if she's going to break up with him, you know, which again, he's not in my top 4, so she has to. I doubt it's going to be at a rose ceremony. It's either going to be some weird off thing where there's going to be an argument, she's going to eliminate him, or she's going to like eliminate him on like a second one-on-one date. like before hometowns. Like he'll get like a second one-on-one, and she'll be like,
Get out.
Nah, like you didn't know I was like crying. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think it would be more intense than just a rose ceremony.
Yeah, I think, dude, I don't know about Jeremy anymore. I don't know about Spencer anymore.
Yeah, those are the two wild cards now.
I think they're the wild cards. But I still think that they're not going to be going as far. I think as far as like who's going to get eliminated right before hometowns, it's probably going to be like Sam, and then like who did I not have in my top 4? Like Spencer, Jeremy. Who are the other ones again? Grant. But no, Grant's in my top.
Yeah.
There.
Wait, who's that last one? Because there's 7, right?
Yeah, dude, I can't remember. We just watched it.
Austin.
He is gone. Marcus is in there. Dude, I don't
Jonathan.
know. Jonathan, he's still in it. I don't know. I think Sam will make it to just before hometowns, and he'll get eliminated. I think.
Yeah, I think Jonathan's going.
I think Spencer will get eliminated before hometowns. I think Jeremy is going to be like leaving next week.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
So it'll be like, yeah, okay, that's what I got.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm doing Spencer over Grant.
Yeah, you got Spencer, Jonathan, Marcus, and
Grant.
Devin.
No, Devin. Oh, did I have Devin?
Did you?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have Devin.
Yes, you did because you
I
chose.
do have Devin.
Okay, are you okay with that? Lock it in. You gotta lock it in.
All right, I'm doing Sam over Jonathan, and then I'll lock.
Whoa, really? Whoa, that's a big like.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm locking that.
All right.
I'm locking
Now it's
that.
interesting because we've got 2 pretty different lists now.
Yeah, I'm not confident in Jonathan, but I'm not confident in Sam. But I think
As far as who
if
you're
I'm gonna,
unconfident in, it's like who are you unconfident in, and just take them.
yeah, I'll do Sam just because it'll make the list more interesting.
Yeah. Okay. We appreciate your sacrifice for letting me win. I
think I'm winning though.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Any more potential good candidates for Paradise from this episode? Not really. Do you think?
Whoa,
you think Matt's gonna go to
Matt.
Paradise? Actually, that could
That
be
could be
kind of
funny.
interesting.
That would be good. I don't think so, but
I
that
don't
would
think
be
so
funny.
because if he genuinely did come for Jenny, he's probably like, "Fuck this! Dude. I'm done with this stupid show." I paid fucking however much money to like fly to fucking New Zealand
one
just to
day.
get sent home after one day. I didn't even get to like sleep.
He's like, "Can I at least sleep in the mansion?" It's like,
Like no, like we ordered you, like we got you a red eye flight, and I was like, I was literally on a flight for like fucking like 12 hours or 17.
we got you a raft.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Good luck.
No paddles. So you just gotta use your like hands. That's all I got.
That's all I got as well. Nothing else.
Where can the people find us? Where can the good people find us?
The good people could find us at Spotify,
Apple Podcasts.
Google Podcasts, Podbean, Pandora,
All right, Connor, slow down. Castbox.
iHeartRadio,
iHeart Podcast. Castbox. Just Safari it.
Safari.
Hey Siri, like
Hey,
literally. Okay, Google. Hey, like literally.
Can you like literally, please?
And not as good
Disliking, like literally. Removing from playlist.
people. The not so good people, but potentially cool people can find us on YouTube.
YouTube.
Like literally one word. One word means no spaces.
Do
Take 'em
not
out.
take them out. Put them in to take them out.
You want to use the keyboard or mouse some more? Once you hit the like subscribe button, hit the like 5-star button, hit the thumbs up button,
Oh, we like those.
hit the like comments section and be like, hit the keyboard a couple times and see what it says. Might say like, hey, this guy's kind of cool. I like the one who talks.
I like the one who doesn't. He's the cooler one.
Yeah, we'll know who you're talking about
Oh,
immediately.
we know.
This has been Jamie.
This is Vic.
This has been like.
Literally. And we're literally like. Yeah.
Oh, God.